Hello, my name is Matt Alexander, and I love games. I'm going to explain to you why I love video games, I'm going to explain to you why I love board games, and I'm going to explain to you why I love playing games with my friends. So to kick off the whole journey, I started with video games, and they kind of kicked off my love for the gaming genre in general. I first discovered video games when I was 8 years old, and I saw my brother playing some random video game, and I wish I could take us all back in a time machine where we could see this 8-year-old's mind exploding from all this crazy new stimulus that he'd never seen before. But yeah, so right from then, the rest of my life, the gaming has become the majority of what I love to do in my free time. And the video games came at a perfect time for me because right around that age, my parents started getting a divorce. And as my whole kind of family dynamic and family in general kind of started crumbling, I looked at video games as an escape, a whole other world I could go into whenever I wanted. And another part of that was my online friends, right? With the thing about online friends is that they only knew what you were telling them. So if you wanted to pretend to be a normal kid with a normal family and a normal life, you could. And I did it for a long time. But the downside of that kind of world is that eventually you start to become disconnected from your real social circles and the friends around you because you would rather play games or talk to those online friends. And that's why I love playing board games, because board games, they're really great for me for two specific reasons. And the first one was the main one I cared about at the time. It was because it was this whole new gaming genre that I never explored before, that I got to engage in and play all these new games. But the second reason that I didn't really find out or think about much until later was that I needed a friend group to play these board games with that I didn't have. And so it made me be social. And another reason why I love playing board games is because it's the perfect reason to talk to people. At least for me, like some people will talk about sports or the weather or whatever, but it was always board games with me. And that's why I love playing board games, is because they make me be social. And that feeds into my third reason of how I love playing board games with my friends. And eventually, the board games stopped being about the games as much as it was about the people that I was playing with. If you want to reach out to an old friend, you say you want to play a board game. Like one of my favorite things to say is, hey, blah, 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 I just got this new board game and I really want to test it out. We haven't seen each other in a while. Let's get a pizza. Let's hang out. Let's play this board game. Another one is meeting new people, ones that you don't really have that connection with yet. Board games are the perfect thing to do because you can have one that you've played 1,000 times, it's super easy and you don't really need to think about too much. It's perfect for conversations, and if there's ever like a lull or something gets uncomfortable, we can talk about the game, right? So in conclusion, I love games. I love video games because they protected me personally in a hard time in my life. And I love board games because they brought out that social side of me, the social side of me. And I love playing games with my friends because I love them. I want to spend time with them. So yeah, I may be a nerd or a geek or whatever, but I love what I love, and I love what I do. Thanks.